The warriors have returned!
But are the rumors true? Has Orynyx fallen?
It's as the Council of Elders said. We face a dangerous threat. Yet the Chrysos heirs are only inciting more chaos. They
damn
don't
fucking
care
Council of
about
Elders.
the people's safety.
They really gave the core flame of strife to a Kremnoan at the end.
Why wouldn't you? It only makes logical sense.
What a noisy crowd.
This, doesn't feel right.
It's probably because Orynyx is gone.
Did we get their core flame back?
Orynyx was a generous titan in the eyes of the people. They graced us with miracles, allowing humanity to reap many a convenience from the past.
What they don't know is that the Titan didn't do all of that of its own volition. Regardless, the Titan has fallen, and we must surrender Orynyx's core flame.
Damn, we're gonna walk away with 2 core flames at the end of this patch.
A meeting with that woman again so soon? I just can't catch a break.
Professor Anaxa, why don't you find someplace to rest first? Matters that require Aglaya's attention are piling up. You two meeting again will, forgive my honesty, only distract her. Just try to stay on your best behavior, if you know what I mean.
That's not up to me, I'm afraid. I've been trapped in her prison the moment I set foot in this holy city. The price of having a Titan living in my head, I suppose. Don't worry, I don't want trouble either.
Boy, does your life suck. You and Aglaya don't get along, huh?
They have differences in ideology.
He doesn't believe in the core flame prophecy at all.
All right, I suppose that's putting it lightly. Don't worry, you'll figure out the intricacies of these relationships sooner or later.
I think I get the intricacies of it now.
I'm sure you don't need my help handling Orynyx's core flame. So I'll be off. I have some personal matters to attend to.
Can we put the Orynyx's core flame in Mem?
It somehow feels like D has closed himself off even more after he completed his trial.
Yeah, a lot has happened in the past few days.
I'm surprised they didn't make us play through his trial.
You've been lost in thought for a while now too, Treeby. Did Trinon bring news?
Yes. She has found Trian. She was at the bottom of the valley outside the temple. But that's where the good news ends.
Oof.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. They also found someone else besides Trian.
Who did they find besides Trian?
He was no better than a corpse when Trinan and Hyacinth arrived. He had suffered more cuts than could be counted and leaped off a cliff from a great height. All to free Trian's body from the clutches of the black-robed swordmaster.
Who did that?
What a brave soul. Do we know who he is?
Was it Don Hung?
Yes. It's Krateros.
I have no words. I did not see that coming. Not long ago. This keeps going.
Stop! If you want this girl dead, you'll have to kill me first.
How ludicrous. Your body made of flesh and blood as it is will not survive more than a single strike from me.
Better to die in battle than return even in glory. As a Kremnoan, I know not the fear of death.
Who wants to break this to Mighty?
She's lost her divinity. I have no interest in an empty shell. But answer me this, child of strife. Why do you raise your shield for?
That is a good question.
As the leader of the God Shield Brigade's elite, I protected the king against the Black Tide with this very shield. And I've done this over and over, hundreds and thousands of times.
In a way, this might actually be repentance for not standing with Gorgo to defend Maiden as a child.
A pathetic killer like you could never understand the weight it bears.
Pity. And crumble like rusted iron.
Good. Supreme glory shall be mine, as I indulge in the libations and incense offered by my descendants.
You have descendants?
Come, let us fight. For Kremnos, for my king, for Amphoreus.
For Amphoreus. I'm glad that he got a unique NPC design.
We foresaw this cruel parting 1,000 years ago. Today is but a reminder of that bitter taste.
No, not the doll.
But Lady Aglaya, I don't understand. It wasn't life itself that Lady Trian lost.
Divinity.
Why does she look like she really turned into a doll? I don't understand.
I think I understand, but it's kind of creepy, the implications.
Don't be sad, Hyacinth. Trian has used up her borrowed time from Yanis, that's all. Her spirit is now riding the west wind, flying ahead to a world free of sorrow. If a world like that truly exists, does that mean everyone from the Grove is there too?
God, I hope so. So much needless death.
It exists, Hyacinth. Do you not remember? The prophecy that guides the Chrysos heirs is the voice of Kefili before it fell silent. It loves all of its creations dearly, and would never bear to lead us astray with lies.
Yeah, but how do we know it was Kefali's voice?
What about the Crimnoan veteran? How is he doing?
The
Not gonna
Twilight
make it.
Courtyard has done all we can. Even so, we've only managed to keep him from breathing his last.
He's never gonna walk again, is he?
I had to use the Sky Priest's techniques to help him to walk again.
Oh wow,
But
he is gonna
if
walk
light
again.
ever disappears from Akama for good, no. Let's hope that never happens.
This is already nothing short of miraculous. When we found Krateros, he was no better than a corpse. And we never got to see the damn prophecy. I feel cheated.
The parting hour is upon us. Yet the golden thread runs slack. The heroes have returned with their spoils. Everyone, please take this opportunity to rest and prepare for what awaits us.
So much for
You've
making this
returned
stream shorter than
unscathed
3 hours.
And brought tidings of triumph. Truly a moment worthy of celebration.
Or Flame of Time. Rip Orynyx.
It's incredible to think that we returned Nikador's core flame not so long ago. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that you and your friend's arrival has melted the glaciers of history.
This is what trailblazing is. Where the nameless goes, trouble follows. We've melted a real glacier before. Kind of, sort of.
You could say this is the true face of history. It slumbered for 1,000 years, only to awaken for this one moment. Alas, now is not the time for a study of history.
I don't know if that Flame Reaper is gone for good, though.
I do not see a Naxa around. Was this under your instructions, Finan?
Yes. It just seems much more efficient than letting you two go at it endlessly.
A rash decision. After all, he still bears a core flame with him. I do concur with your assessment of efficiency, though. Now, let us table the issue concerning him for the moment. The more urgent matter is the core flame of Orynyx.
I kind of want to see Anaxa and Aglaia interact, just so I can go fight, 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 kiss, kiss, kiss.
The Chrysos heirs had initially crafted a plan regarding the order to return the core flames. For titans like Orynyx and Circes, who harbor no intentions of harming humanity, our strategy entailed assuming their divinity only at the very end. But this unforeseen turn of events has thrown everything into disarray.
It also makes us look bad in the eyes of the Council of Elders.
If we don't return the core flames to the vortex of Genesis, and we leave the Titan's divine positions vacant, we can't even begin to imagine the disaster that would follow. But the most pressing issue at hand is that we haven't found the Chrysos heir capable of bearing Orynyx's divinity.
What about Mem?
Finan, Castrus, Mighty, and Hyacinth. Treepy and I devoted a millennium scouring the world, only to find these few people. Only a chosen few possess the capacity to assume divinity, the elite among the Chrysos heirs. We would never hastily extend our invitation without first verifying their potential to bear such power. Yet we cannot compel anyone into divinity, as it would be no different from sentencing them to the gallows.
Truly a dilemma.
I got nothing then.
Yeah.
Well, about I gave the Mem, and there's the Trailblazer. Anything else is a crapshoot. Oh my god, Mem is gonna actually do it.
How about letting her give it a try?
No, don't throw me under the bus like that. So you're okay with sentencing me to the gallows? I'm serious, you're a special... Now about Orynyx. The one projected me into this world and granted me this body isn't Orynyx. Isn't Orynyx just a little titan even more capricious than a child? Guess we're going to Mighty's POV. This story just keeps going. Oh my god, yeah, I forgot that you're here.
I see the Reaper has forsaken you too, teacher.
It simply put my life in the hands of the Twilight Courtyard. That priest girl's medical talents are truly exceptional. She might be far from the ordinary girl we envisioned. But this isn't about me, Mighty Mos. I saw it. You finally decided to embrace your own fate.
Power of strife is stirring a tempest within me as we speak. My bones have turned into steel, and my blood is seething in a blaze. Past rulers of Kremnos could only aspire to this might, yet I have merged with it. I've made history, and henceforth divinity and kingship shall coexist as one.
Indeed, you've realized the aspirations of every former king of Kremnos.
I am become God, destroyer of strife.
And now, you can at last bring our people home and reforge the glory of Kremnos.
No.
Unfortunately, I harbor no such desire.
What do you mean by that?
Over 2 millennia passed. Devotees of Nikador's might banded together beneath their feet and erected a city of their own. Ever since then, Kremnoans have served as the blades wielded by the god of war, following the Titan's path in its conquest. Yet, gazing upon our history through the lens of my newfound divinity, I now see it with unprecedented clarity. This history is sheer absurdity and inferiority. People surge onto the battlefield like ants, plundering and slaying for their own greed, only to be trampled upon like ants. The city and the beliefs that Kremnoans hold so dearly, alongside the supposed tradition, mere anthills that can be crushed with a single touch in the eyes of the Titan.
You! Are you trying to strip Kremnoans of the pride we've amassed over thousands of years with mere words?
Yes. In a way, yes.
That pride holds little significance, Kratos. Now that I've assumed the divinity of strife, my next step will be to renounce the title of king.
No. No!
Convey my message to every Kremnoan. This is an order.
Do not do this, Mighty Mos. I beg you.
It's time for a new order.
Our history commenced in the year 2506 of the Light Calendar, concluded in the year 4931. I, Mighty Mos, last king of Castrum Kremnos, son of Gorgo, do hereby proclaim the Kremnoan dynasty comes to an official close today.
You have killed us. You have killed us all.
You damn dirty apes.
No. I am granting you a new beginning.
What is this?
My mother's signet ring. It served as a symbol of kingship, and I now imbue it with a fresh significance. Take it, and rally those who have lost their identities. Convey the words of Mighty Mos, now ascended to divinity. You no longer need to chase fleeting honors or face death on the battlefield as if it were your sole destination. However, you must adapt to fit into the city you once observed with indifferent eyes. A cruel fate awaits Amphoreus. No matter how illustrious a dynasty may seem, it crumbles to rubble and gravel before formidable foes. Yet, you shall tread the only path out, one that leads to a brand new world at its end.
Why task me with being your messenger? Why not explain all this to them yourself?
Because only humans can guide the path to be trodden by humans. It's not the lot of humans who crave the power of gods and spiral into madness for it. But humans who stand ready to raise their shields high to protect the lives behind them.
Ooh, that cuts a little deep.
I failed to save that child.
That is irrelevant. As demigods, they have long been prepared for it. What truly matters is that you showed up there and shielded her.
The one who persuaded Aglaya to set me free that night. Was that you, Mighty Mos?
Yes.
She's not one to easily make a concession. What did you offer her?
I staked my mother's name to guarantee the integrity of your soul to her. And I promised her that I would dedicate all I have to the Flame Chase journey.
And what is next, Mighty Mos? Where will you be headed now?
To the future.
To the place where I belong. To fulfill my promise. The madness that has plagued Nikador and the darkness that has consumed Amphoreus.
He's going to fight the Black Tide.
It's now my turn to fight against it. There are some people to meet with before I leave. Let's go.
You're here, my Demos. It seems that you are prepared.
Yes.
You aided Akuma through yet another trying ordeal, and my gratitude knows no bounds.
Isn't that exactly what you wanted?
Not everything unfolds according to my plan. In the current state of the world, I can only proceed one step at a time. Furthermore, you are ready to dedicate all that you have, regardless of the promise you made to me, aren't you?
Throughout my time in the Holy City, I've gleaned valuable lessons from you. Strategy, leadership, and adaptability to change. Yet, it's only recently that I've come to realize the truly remarkable quality you possess.
And what is it?
Leadership.
It's the magnetic allure in your presence. It draws people to gather around you willingly, to seek your guidance.
Really? I don't know if I buy that, Maiden.
They strive not to disappoint you, not due to fear of repercussions, but out of sincere alignment with your ideals.
Tell that to Anaxagoras.
That is precisely what every ruler of Castrum Kremnos has been missing.
I am truly honored to hear that. And now, my Demos, you have risen as the most powerful demigod in the world. How do you intend to wield this newfound power?
I shall see Nikador's aborted mission through to completion, and become the strongest bulwark for Amphoreus to defend against the Black Tide. I will secure enough time for the Flame Chase journey, until you manage to lead everyone to reach the miracle of Genesis.
My Demos, a new chapter awaits Amphoreus.
Oh, a new chapter. I'm gonna have to
Yet,
read
the
as
one
I've
who
written,
guides
haven't
the
I?
people to the destination need not be you and I.
Huh. What did you see after assuming Nestia's divinity?
Despite the passage of 1,000 years, every word of that prophecy remains as vivid as ever.
Oh.
You shall have your final bath in warm and radiant gold.
Just as cryptic as all the other prophecies.
Yeah, it means you're just gonna stand where you're standing is all I got out of that.
What's the reason for the laughter?
I was just thinking, if an ordinary person encountered these words, they would probably stay away from the baths for the rest of their life.
But I cannot forgo the delightful experience a bath offers. So, I assume you also glimpsed yours, my Demos?
What's your prophecy?
One day, you shall die with a wound in your back.
Aha! Biden's gonna kill you, is what the writer is wanting me to think there.
Well, that is a rather straightforward scenario.
If I were to be terrified by drivel with no basis, I would not have attracted your gaze and joined the Flame Chase journey in the first place.
You speak the truth. May you be destined for a powerful fate, and may we reunite in the promised new world. Farewell, mighty. Farewell, mighty.
So Tribby usually hangs out over here.
Is Lady Trebios not here?
Lord Mighty!
Hyacinth.
Hyacinth. So you are the physician Krateros spoke of. It's no wonder then that he was pulled back from the brink of death. You have my gratitude.
I can take that as a compliment, right?
How do you take that as anything other than a compliment?
I've heard about what happened at the Grove. I'm deeply sorry for your loss.
I've heard far too much about death and grief recently.
To quote Lady Treby, we should all focus on tomorrow, shouldn't we?
That's a valid point. You've always been the most optimistic one among us.
Well, I must say, it feels quite incredible to see a new demigod standing right before me.
Can you say that in any other tone, please?
You should prepare yourself as well.
Yeah, you might be Achilles.
Humanity has already taken hold of strife, and one day it will also reach the sky.
Do you really believe I can do it? Even my ancestor, that hero of legends, couldn't conquer the core flame of Aquila.
Given your good rapport with the demigods, you should know that the path to assuming divinity is never limited to swords and spears.
Trivios kind of just took it. I really don't know how Aglaia got hers. Cersei's kind of just shoved herself into Anaxa. And we stole Orynyx's core flame from somebody that stole Orynyx's core flame.
You've always been so perceptive, Lord Mighty. Rest assured, if fate has truly selected me, I'll be ready. Right. You are here looking for Lady Treby and Lady Trina, no? They're not around at the moment. Is there a message you'd like me to pass on to them?
No need. I've already bid farewell to Aglaia. Meeting with the Oracle is simply a matter of courtesy.
You've bid farewell?
I'm heading back to Castrum Kremnos to fight against the Black Tide. In all likelihood, I will never again return to Akama.
In all likelihood.
Oh.
On second thought, there is something that I'd like you to help me convey to them.
I'm all ears, Lord Mighty. I'll make sure to convey every single word.
Alright, Barbara, now listen up.
Tell them that there is no longer a need to send scouts behind enemy lines. With a single message, the Lance of Fury will target anyone who dares oppose Akama.
I'm all ears, Lord Mighty.
Alright. Where does Casterus hang out? Which means Casterus is over there. Is it, she's by Damionis? Damionis? I wonder if Damionis will be involved in the plot line in order for us to steal the Sky Titan's core flame. If anyone deserves to be there for that, it's him.
Lord Mighty.
I'll be embracing my destiny before you do, Casterus.
Can you feel Thanatos right now?
No.
I don't feel them at all, regrettably. You have been painstakingly seeking that Titan for so long. But have you ever considered reaching out to me for help?
You mean...
You mean...
Death refused to ferry me. If you were to send me to the Netherrealm, I may uncover clues along the way back.
I would never do that, Lord Mighty. Death is not a game.
You're right. That may very well be the reason why my people have struggled for millennia.
They underestimated the
underestimated
significance of
death.
So, are you returning home alone, Lord Mighty?
Returning home, you say? Maybe. At this moment, Castrum Kremnos is not just my birthplace, but also my fated destination. Work harder, Casterus.
Work harder?
Go and do what you have to do, so that the trials we have endured may have meaning.
She's probably worked pretty damn hard, considering. I'd say she's worked harder than Finon at this point.
I will, Lord Mighty. May we reunite on the other side, where the warm west wind blows.
And now we go talk to the Grand Craftsman. Cartonis, with the wise words of wisdom.
The king of Kremnos, without the signet ring, but looking more like a king now.
I'm no longer the king, Grand Craftsman.
Matters not the title. Surpassed all former kings your achievements have.
True. I would argue he's done that before this point, though.
I will honor your trust and liberate the world from the clutches of fear. Nevertheless, I must request that you continue to watch over Phrynon, Cartonis. I have a feeling that his fate will weigh heavier than all of ours combined.
I think he's gonna get Kefali's core flame.
Keep Phrynon in mind, I will. Return to your home, brave king. Together with everyone, I shall remain here. That thunder from Castrum Kremnos, we wait to hear.
I wonder who's gonna be the demigod of the Earth Titan. You know, champion of Cartonis' people.
Together with...
Mighty.
Outlanders? No. Trailblazers. I will soon make my way to Castrum Kremnos.
Outlander, your journey ends here.
If all goes according to plan, this may be our final meeting.
I mean, we can always visit, right?
I just want to let you know that I appreciate everything you have done for Amphoreus.
Reflecting on the past and moving forward towards the future, a challenge I have faced as well. Though we never had a chance for deep conversation. After all we've experienced together, you are also an ally of the Trailblaze, Mighty.
That means a lot to me. May success accompany your trailblazing wherever it leads. How about you let me guess what's on your mind?
I guess she will say something inspiring. I guess she will say something sentimental. I guess she will say something nonsensical.
Are you gonna say something insane again, Trailblazer?
What are we gonna do without you? Just smile if you don't know how to respond.
Now that I bear the divine within me, I can get the vague feeling that you have a great significance for the future of Amphoreus.
We kind of do.
With this departure, fear that I will never again return. Can I entrust you both to watch my back? And to continue supporting the Flame Chase journey in my absence?
Rest assured, we'll do everything we can.
You have my gratitude. Then, farewell.
Hold on.
Yes?
Let's at least snap a photo together to capture the moment, shall we? I completely forgot we have March's camera still. It hasn't been relevant this entire patch.
Sure, let's do it.
Well, that's not true. We took a picture of the grove, I guess. I'll save that one. Looks pretty good. What do you think, Mighty?
Well, feels peculiar, I suppose. I'm not talking about your photographic skills. It's just that I rarely take photos. But this one, it's pretty good.
I'm kind of regretting not exhausting the dialogue from Maiden, because he stands in the Memorial Market on the rooftops. So I'm guessing he's not going to be standing there anymore after I finish this world quest. I never fail to impress. I'm glad you like it. Make sure not to leave any regrets behind.
I wish the same for you during your time in Amphoreus. I wish the same for you.
Now, why am I getting the dialogue line? Bid farewell to Phrynon. Where he at? Back all the way by Cartonis? Oh, he's at the appraiser, isn't he? Such a weird hobby for him to have.
The prince is here! Run! Hold on! Lord Mightimos isn't the prince anymore. He's now the guardian of Amphoreus.
What's going on?
Oh, that's cool. Bid farewell to Alchema. I think Finon might be arranging a send-off for us.
We salute the guardian of Amphoreus.
Oh, that's a big crowd.
May triumph always
May glory be
yours.
with you.
We salute
It's been a while.
I should have known you were the mastermind behind this.
Hey, don't go pointing fingers without cause. I swear I'm innocent this time. See those kids over there? They're the ones who brought everyone together.
Those are some good kids. That means the Kratos probably did his job.
I admit, that took me by surprise.
Were you seriously just going to sneak off without a word with me?
Well, I was actually on my way to bid farewell to you, but ended up running into this.
Oh, that's quite an honor, I suppose. We better not leave them waiting too long, don't you think?
The road to Castrum Kremnos from here is long. Perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea to take a moment and etch their faces in my memory one last time.
Walk with Finon to the last part of the journey.
I think I see more than just the Kremnoans here.
You're now the guardian of Amphoreus after... I'm thinking... maybe it's about time the god of strife gets a new name.
Guardian?
How about the god of... solidarity?
Preservation.
Or preservation. Dong Hung mentioned that one to me.
Oh my god. Preservation. That's funny.
All right. It's about time for us to part ways.
Maiden, the preservation unit.
Any final goodbyes you want to share? This might be your last chance. Why so quiet? I thought divinity would wash away some of your
Maybe he's the
sentiments.
god of fury. I don't know.
Do you truly feel as carefree as you seem? Or is this just a facade you wear?
You know what? You sound just like a Gly at this moment. But you're not off the mark. I just thought that putting on a nonchalant front for this occasion might help us preserve some dignity.
I can see through your deception, even without the power of mind reading.
Wait, does that imply that you have the power of mind reading but don't use it?
Am I really that terrible at controlling my facial expressions?
Yes. Yes, you are.
Well, with that said, thank you for aiding me in defeating my archenemy, Maidemos.
Yeah, someone has pointed out to me that if you go back and watch all of the scenes with Maiden, he always smiles. No matter how stone cold the delivery he gives is.
No need to thank me. This triumph brings no delight, nor does it signify closure. You understand that more than me.
Indeed. In the end, I still haven't unraveled the mystery behind that black-robed swordmaster. And I can't even ascertain their demise. Maybe I've never managed to cut off my destiny.
But that matters not. Pain may be cured, but scars remain, and this should not be effaced. Even with the divine might of Ornyx, you cannot stop the past from leaving its marks in our blind spots. Can you genuinely let go of everything as soon as that swordmaster is dead? That's impossible. Revenge is merely an obligation that must be carried out, and no one can find mental fulfillment through it.
You're right.
Look forward. Chew up and swallow your past. And make sure emptiness and bitterness are not the only flavors you know.
Alrighty.
Remember that there is a whole world behind you waiting to be saved.
And countless more beyond the sky. I kind of wish that the storytelling in Star Rail was a little bit more like One Piece, and we picked up somebody on every single planet. I might make a video at some point where I talk about if we had to add someone to the Astral Express from every single planet, who would it be? For some of the planets, it's very obvious. And for some of the others, like, I guess, like, the Lafu, I'd have to, there's a few options, but I can't think of one off the top of my head who would be the best choice.
I have a final favor to ask. Please look after the Kremnoan warriors in my absence.
You got it, buddy.
They will undoubtedly face challenges while assimilating into Akama. It is my sole regret that I cannot stand by them during this time.
Do not worry. Leave it to me. And, while I'm at it, I'm going to find out if the Kremnoan language is really missing that many words.
The Kremnoan philosophy can never be encapsulated in a mere dictionary. But if there's a chance in the next life, you should come visit my library.
Radaros.
I'll be on my way, Deliverer. Remember to stay alive till the final act.
I think that's all Finon will actually do in the story, to be honest.
Yes.
The 11th hour old man.
Same goes for you. Don't die too easily. May triumph always be yours, Maidemos.
There goes the guardian of Amphoreus.
Right. One last question.
Go ahead. You better not leave any regrets behind.
Are you the one who told Cartonis about the signet ring?
Well,
I assumed you did.
Who knows?
Who knows? Aha.
Get up, my son. You showed great courage in today's training. Let's wrap it up for now.
Oh, we're getting a fantasy world.
Yes, Mother. Mother, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it, Maidemos?
Why must we learn to fight?
So this is fiction right here. This didn't happen.
It is for glory and honor, my son. For Kremnoans, mastery of swords and spears is ingrained from birth. And the battlefield is our destined end.
Because Gorgo died while Maidemos was still a babby. With a babby.
Is that really
the way it is, Mother?
It said father.
What makes you say so?
Is that really
the way it is, Mother?
I heard father. Weird.
Because you don't sound entirely sure.
You're right, Maidemos. I once believed those words, without question. Until your father cast you into the Sea of Souls. It was at that moment I realized how everything I believed in was utterly hollow. Perhaps the spirit of Kremnos had once existed. But as greed bloomed in the hearts of humanity over the years, such spirit had long faded alongside our glory. I no longer put my faith in any oath or doctrine. Now I have just one role.
A mother.
That of your mother, Maidamos. Your guardian.
That dream always ends there.
Well, it was a dream.
The journey back to Castrum Kremnos is proving to be longer than expected. Kratos said that shortly after my fall into the sea, my mother challenged my father to a duel. She died through father's treachery, and I never saw her face. Yet each night she would show up, waiting by the flickering firelight. I always anticipated the sequel to that dream, believing she had more words of wisdom or guidance to offer.
I'm sure she did.
But now, I think I finally come to understand. That is all she wished to tell me. And now, I too am left with but one role.
Are we gonna get that cool cutscene of him, like, from, like, the Nameless Faces trailer where he does the chains and he walks through the doorway?
It is time for this journey to reach its end.
Well, I don't think we ever saw this part of Castrum Kremnos in the present. Never mind.
Look! Maidamos is back!
Ridiculous.
Glory belongs to you!
We've got fresh pomegranate juice. Want to try some?
Festion.
We meet again, Your Highness.
Welcome back!
Onyx is playing tricks on us.
How was your training?
Ooh, say, come and check out what I just wrote.
You're looking well.
Told me.
Maidamos, did you just come back from training?
The door defends you!
Leonius.
It's been
I'm
a
gonna
while.
beat you at the festival.
Questa.
Welcome home, Maidamos.
Gorgo.
Have you found something?
Oh, wow. Oh, that was annoying. It got cut off. I didn't mean to cut off the mom. She's the most interesting character out of all of them.
The son of Forgo will be crowned in blood! The son of Forgo will be crowned in blood!
Alrighty. Man, why does he get this cool epic guitar riff?
Mother.
There goes the black tide.
I'm home.
That guitar riff goes way harder than it should be. King of Kremnos triumphed over the trial, and the new god was born. 4931. The month of balance. On the following day, the Kremnoan dynasty, which had lasted for 1,000 years, came to an end. Alrighty. That was almost 4 hours. Now we cut to our POV. Presently in Akama.
We smell sunlight and the wind of Akama. This was your favorite spot, wasn't it, Trianne?
It's where we always saw you.
Lady Trianne. Why did it have to end up like this?
Oh, you never gave her that fucking jewel, didn't you?
Take it easy, Cass. Departure is a part of life. It's just that ours isn't as tumultuous as it is for ordinary folks. When we started our journey, Yanis had already provided their prophecy. Just like how that Titan divided themselves to create the countless passages in the world. It's only natural for us to follow the same path since we inherited their destiny.
If you don't mind, Treeby. Are you still willing to unveil that past for us? The past regarding the prophecy?
What do you seek to learn, Snowy?
I would like to hear it.
Maidimos has left the city to face his own fate.
I would like to see what fate lies in store for us as well.
That is, the fate of every demigod. We will all eventually let go of our past to follow the same path as his. So, what I want to know is, as Amphoreus' first demigod, what compelled you to take the first step on this journey? And what has sustained you to make it this far without looking back? Despite the fracturing of your body and the numerous departures you have endured.
All right.
Teacher, are you sure about this?
Why? Why are we keeping this prophecy so fucking secret?
D is already doing what he has to do. What reason do we have to keep it from them? Let's go, everyone. Let's go to the abyss of fate and see how it used to be.
Ma'am, time to work.
Then we will leave it to you. Trinan, would you mind?
Treeby, are you not coming with us?
I want to stay here with Trian for a bit longer.
I see.
Take care.
We'll be off then. Take care.
Seriously, Castris, are you never gonna give them that gem?
Since you have made your decision, then let's proceed as you wish. See you later, teacher.
Cass, are you not going with them?
No. I'd prefer to remain here to accompany Lady Trian. She hated being alone.
What's this?
Oh, that's so cute.
A little gift that I had hoped to deliver to her personally. Though fate had other plans.
Oh. So you saw us arguing that day?
Yes. I figured Lady Trian would like it a lot, so I bought it.
I see. Cass, you know, I recognized it immediately that day.
Oh my
Truly
god.
is an authentic piece from Yanisopolis.
Why did you not want her to get it then?
Then why?
It's just that Trian had forgotten far more things than I. For example, she forgot that this glass object meant something unfortunate according to the traditions of our homeland.
I'm sorry, Lady Treeby. Should I...
What does it mean?
No need to apologize, Cass. At that time, I simply didn't want her to be trapped by our past, especially considering how much time had passed since we left home. But now... it might just be the perfect gift for Trian.
I'm not gonna cry. I can feel heaviness in my eyes, but I'm not gonna cry.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. While you and I have long accepted this absurd fate, they remain fresh and inexperienced. Teacher, Don't let the weight of that cruel prophecy crush their spines.
But it would be even more cruel if we allow them to ignorantly fall before the gates of the new world. They will eventually need to know the truth. We just need the right opportunity. This, to me, feels like the right opportunity.
Alright, let's see this prophecy.
So, this is how the Temple of the Three Fates looked back in the day.
At this point, Yanisopolis still resides under Aquila's protection, yet it is already fated for decline, and only contains a beautiful facade.
Is it because Amphoreus has entered Era Bellica?
Yes, strife remains distant from this part of Amphoreus right now. But in 5 years' time, at the same entry hour, this temple will become the source of another war.
So terrible.
Then, where are you at this time?
Right over there.
Why does she look somewhat different?
It's because we don't quite recall how we used to look.
Oh, my apologies.
Please don't. We should be the ones apologizing.
Darn.
Come,
Missed opportunity
everyone.
for a full Tribios model in-game.
It's time to witness our last conversation with Orynyx.
Tribios.
You're here, Orynyx.
Oh! Wait, I can understand the Titan language now. Fancy simultaneous interpretation. Your voice sounds so mature.
This is our memory, so your senses are also aligned with the Tribios of that moment.
You still consume yourself for that false prophecy.
False prophecy, huh? So you still think that way?
Even if Kefale has fallen, they would never guide humans to kill their own comrades. Stop while you still can, Tribios. Spreading the prophecy will only kindle disaster. That disaster will tear you into 1,000 pieces.
But the Black Tide has already arrived, and Yanis remains in slumber. If even the God of Passages, known for guiding mortals, cannot resist this catastrophe, then what can we do against the incoming destruction?
Do not get involved with the core flames. If you do that, you can still remain chosen by fate.
Those chosen by fate would never have their family taken from them. And how can I alone remain safe and secure while watching the entire world crumble before my eyes? This might be our last conversation, Orynyx. I will do everything I can to protect you from the Black Tide.
It doesn't feel like much of a prophecy.
Family she just mentioned.
It's our mother. She fell from the spot into the valley a long time ago.
I don't think she fell. I think she was pushed.
It was during a grand ceremony held to seek Yanis's guidance. But things took an unexpected turn. It was Kefali who responded instead.
Did something go wrong with the ceremony?
Yes, but those two occurrences were in fact unrelated. Kefali's response was simply a coincidence.
Are you sure?
On that frosty night with treachery abound, as the holy maiden of Yanisopolis met her demise, the world-bearing Titan also fell in another corner of the world. Let's keep up with her. This story... she should be the one to tell it.
That thing ahead.
It's the altar of
Trees fall, new
Talantin.
trees flourish.
But that's not our destination. We're heading to the left.
This place.
not mean to cut that off. So this is the Anisopolis of the past, huh? I'm running out of ice to chew on.
I never thought there would be such a hidden space in the abyss.
This is the Archive of Prophecies, an important ceremonial site back then.
Is this Giannis's maze that Trinon used for divination in the past?
Not only that, it also serves as a lock. Our childhood abode lies sealed within.
Oh, your bedroom's behind that thing?
This is the largest puzzle I've ever laid eyes on. And it even acts as a door lock. Should have expected something like this in the homeland of puzzles, I suppose. So, how are we going to solve it?
Just follow the designated path and let the stone ball fall into the pool twice.
Twice?
Seems pretty straightforward. Even Mighty might be able to complete it in a single try.
I agree, it's straightforward, but Maiden might need at least 2 shots at it.
You still don't know him well enough, then. He might not even need a first try. He just punched the door open. Mighty. If he were still here, we'd probably take a lot fewer detours to solve our issues. Enough with the talking. Let's just get started.
Press and hold to activate the rewinding power to rotate the maze. Rewind. Okay. Easy. So we just gotta do that twice. Imagine if this was the gotcha pull animation. One of the
Impressive.
keys has been
You
locked.
too have the makings of a high priest now.
Confusion rumbles in a new path. Let the stone ball fall into the pool once more to open the hidden door. Hey, that rhymes.
Getting that stone ball to the endpoint looks pretty tough. My hands are shaking just from looking at it.
Some special wall panels move in a set pattern. Use the right timing to take advantage of. Oh, that's so annoying. This is a fun puzzle. I would like to do more of these.
The secret door is open.
Go inside, and you'll see the place where we grew up.
Alright, this is gonna be the bedroom, right? Yep, this is the bedroom.
You grew up in a place like this?
By the time we were born, the role of the Holy Maiden had already diminished to a mere title. Those in tune with the Titan's guidance are bound to become messengers for others. To maintain appearances, those in authority added some embellishments, And with Mother around, our childhood wasn't entirely without joy.
Even so, I still find it hard to imagine.
20 years can go by in no time.
Trinon, for most people, 20 years is a long period of time.
More than half of my lifespan.
Right. Becoming a demigod sure changes how one lives through time. It's hard to believe it's been so long. Your power is exceptional, Little Gray. This place looks exactly as before.
This is Mem's power.
Let's explore the room a bit.
Mama, look at this. Kept going wrong, but I finally made one that works. Is this a music box, Tribios? You're so talented. Now whenever I'm telling you a story, we can have a beautiful music playing in the background. I'm still not as talented as you, Mommy. You can take a whole block of red stone and slowly carve it into a crystal clear work of art. Next time I want to make a pair of gloves. That way you won't hurt your hands next time you're polishing rocks, Mommy. Silly child. If I was scared of hurting my hands, why would I not just ask the old folks at the temple for a pair of gloves? Honestly, you mustn't fuss over me. Just make sure you get plenty of practice reading your... Plenty of practice. Practice your... Make sure you eat plenty, practice your reading, and read lots of stories of Amphoreus. Nothing makes Mommy happier than seeing you grow and thrive. So this makes sense now. That's why there's a Holy Maiden, one of these recollections in the Abyss of Fate, where they're collecting precious stones from the miners. It's all about this. She's polishing the stones into works of art. I have eaten plenty, and I've practiced my reading lots. But the stories, there's still lots that I can't read yet. So that's what you're up to. Making a music box to slack off so Mommy would read you more. You sneaky thing. Looks like I won't be reading any more stories of Zagreus for a while. Well then, what story should we read today? The Golden Apple Beauty Contest? The story of King Micus? Gorgo and the Lion? You've heard them all lots of times, haven't you? I don't mind, I'll never get sick of them as long as you're reading them to me, Mommy.
There's so many boxes here.
This is the one full of dolls.
These should be our belongings. What's this?
A red glass fragment?
I've seen this type of glass before. Looks like a specialty from your hometown.
We were still very young the first time we saw it. Mother came back with a beautiful glass piece, but her face was streaked with tears. She simply placed it on the table. It looked so sparkly that we couldn't resist playing with it, but we ended up breaking it by accident. Mother didn't get angry. She simply held us quietly for a long time. It wasn't until we were older that we learned in Yanisopolis, if someone gloriously died for destiny, the Holy Maiden must pick a piece of glass from the volcano's quarry and polish it, then give it to the deceased's family. On the day Mother returned with the glass, her friend lost his life on the battlefield. Since he had no family left, Mother had to keep it herself. Later, on the eve of the ritual, Mother also gave us a beautiful piece of glass. Let's move on to the bedroom.
The shelf is packed full, but all I see are annals of geography for various cities. There are also documents about various kinds of Titan worship.
Because we believed that we would need to travel great distances to convey Kefali's prophecy to everyone. and should learn about the terrains and customs of various places beforehand.
Uh-huh. Don't tell me you actually read them all.
Back then, our memories were still sharp. 10 years was enough for us to memorize all these.
Not read, but memorize?
Mother left us these scrolls, too. When we were young, she would read them to us as bedtime stories.
And we've hit the
Her
4-hour mark.
stories were so engaging that we could vividly imagine all of Amphoreus in our dreams. Unfortunately, only after Mother was gone did we realize that what was written in the scrolls was far from engaging.
Yeah, it's boring. You read textbooks.
It's Trebios.
Just as expected. It's time to get going after all. Mama, are you going to that ritual tomorrow?
Oh, here we go again.
That's right, my sweet girl. What's the matter?
I wish I could go too. I have something to ask Yanis.
Oh. What do you want to ask?
I want to know how to chase the black tide away.
Ah, I see. Unfortunately, it's a secret ritual, and only I can preside over it.
And we saw that document that she's gonna get murdered during this ritual.
If you want me to consult the Titan on your behalf, you'll have to promise me something.
What is it?
Be a good girl and go to sleep now. And whatever you dream of, don't be afraid. Just sleep through the night until morning comes. Until the next time Aquila opens their eyes. Can you do that for me, sweetie?
I'm sure we can.
That's it? Of course I can! Trebios is the most amazing holy maiden of Yanis! Well, little holy maiden. But why, Mama?
Because this ritual might take a long time.
You know that you're about to get killed, huh?
How long?
Tomorrow, my sweet child. I'll be back tomorrow.
Ugh, that phrase hurts.
If not tomorrow, then the next tomorrow. If not, the tomorrow after that. But if I still haven't returned for a very long time, that means the ritual has succeeded. It means I found a way to chase away the black tide and reach the new world on the other side. But for various reasons, I can't return to bring my sweet girl with me. But I'll be waiting for you there. As long as you stay brave and kind, we'll meet again in that new world.
Oh God, I hope so.
It's the end of the west wind, the black tide's other shore. A radiant sea of flowers, blessed and protected by the gods. In the rosy horizon, you'll see a silver-white shoal. It marks the end of your voyage. A haven, free from storms, cold, and heavy rains. No sorrow can linger there. That is where I'll be, waiting for you.
Wow, that sounds just like the island from my dream. Oh, I know. I'll turn the moon into a ship and the stars into sails to go find Mama. Pinky promise?
Pinky promise. As long as you sail toward tomorrow. As long as the sun will rise for the next day.
But the sun won't rise.
Our wishes will come true together.
There's no sun on this planet.
If the final murmurs of the Titan are true, if such a place really exists on the shore beyond the black tide at the end of Genesis, then our promise still stands. Please, wait for me, Mother.
Off you go.
After those 10 years of darkness, when Aquila opened their eyes for the last time, we finally set off.
Where did she go?
Oh, you want this? Fine. Take it and amuse yourself.
This way. Now, we'll go through this shelf.
Through the shelf?
But how? With Yanis's power?
Can the power passages even go through walls?
No, we hadn't acquired their power back then.
So, this obstacle, it was simply a mirage?
Yes, the answer is right on the shelf. Go ahead and give it a try.
Secret bookcase door.
It's a secret passage.
It was a secret passage prepared by the Holy Maiden's supporters for Mother and me as a precaution. And now, it is turned into our passage to escape, just as anticipated.
Up we go. Follow Trivios forward. Start of all roads.
The path to the temple was in quite a state. Did someone do it on purpose?
No surprise at all. Some people caught on to what we were planning and tried to intercept us, while others were willing to clear the way for the Holy Maiden.
I can't move it. I can't climb over it either. Time Titan? Is that you?
Are we doing this?
Just like this.
Is this replicating the memories or disrupting the space-time dimension?
Regardless of our actions, the past will remain unchanged. It was someone else who helped Trebios in the actual events of history. We don't remember the details. As for why memory recreated the past to be like this, it must be because it's closer to the answer within our heart.
The passage is now cleared.
How do I get up there?
Ornix. Thank you, nameless god.
Just like that, we got all the way to the end. Keep following Trivios forward. Oh, wow.
Whoa! It looked truly magnificent back then.
Relax. Take it easy.
All these people, they're just civilians, not enemies, correct?
Mostly, but it might not be the case later on.
Watch Trivios' past conversations.
Hey, little ones. How did you sneak in here?
Shh! Please keep it down. We have to be really sneaky to get in here.
Okay. But what did you sneak in here for?
I heard there's a lovely holy maiden living in the temple, and I want to meet her.
I couldn't stop her, so I had to think of a way to sneak her in.
Oh, really? I was here to meet the Holy Maiden as well, but the guard said she had to go somewhere far away today.
Huh? What a bummer. Mommy even asked me to bring her gift to the Holy Maiden.
Mommy, what was your mom's gift?
It's getting late. Be good and go home now, okay?
Okay then. We'll come back next time. Thank you.
By the way they are dressed, the siblings look like civilians living outside the temple. Mother mentioned that when she was a holy maiden, she caught a girl sneaking into the temple to steal the tributes.
Uh-huh.
Stealing from the temple was punishable by death. But that poor girl had no family and just wanted something to eat. So Mother took her outside and even gave her some food. Perhaps these two children are the descendants of that girl from back then.
That's quite the theory.
Ah, Lady Maiden.
Why did you run there and come back?
Lady Maiden, you need to dress warmer. It's pretty cold out. Let me get you a blanket.
No need to trouble yourself. I'm just going for a quick walk.
All right, but please take care of yourself. Your mother made us promise to look after you before she left.
Left. Funny way of saying that.
It's been a while since I last saw you. I just realized you've grown into such a beauty, just like your mother. Oh, here, have some of my sweet pastries. She used to enjoy them, so maybe you'll like them too. What's wrong, Lady Maiden?
I'm fine. It tastes really good.
This lady is Mother's old friend. When we were little, we sometimes got to eat the sweet pastries she brought back. We've always remembered the familiar taste, and only now do we learn where it came from.
That's depressing in its own way. Oh, Titan King.
Apologies, Lady Maiden, but the Yanis Vault is under maintenance today.
Perfect. That way, no one will disturb me while I'm talking to Mother.
All right then. May Yanis guide your path.
The Yanis Vault?
It's where Yanis's heart lies and the core flame is kept. Just enter on the left. It's also the place where Trebios was born.
Trebios, or like Trian and so on? This is also where we crashed the train in the present day. Bacchus and Gratone.
Trebios. What does that name actually mean?
3 paths?
One with 3 lives. Mother believed our birth was blessed by the 3 titans of fate. She named us thus to express her gratitude. Looking at how things have unfolded, fate might have had a role in it.
Uh-huh. This looks a little bit different from the Anisopolis of the present.
Finally, the Yanis Vault is right ahead.
You want this? Fine. Take it and amuse yourself.
This is the Yanis Vault. This is where we crashed the train in the present day. Yeah, this is right where we crashed the train in the present day. It looks way different.
Oh.
core flame.
At long last.
Tripios, you've come.
I knew there was some sanity left in you, Yanis.
Step forth and thou shalt bury yourself. Bury the gods and bury the fate that binds us all.
No, Yanis. I've come here to take on your fate. By the blood of the Lamb and the strength of my blade-wielding right hand.
You can use a blade?
I am Trebios, the listener, the announcer, and the witness of the prophecy. I, the Holy Maiden of Yanisopolis, the walker of the infinite paths, have come forth to assume your duty.
The one who guides the world shall see their soul shattered into 1,000 fragments, akin to glass crashing upon the ground.
Just as I wished. This journey promises to be a long one, with 1,000 selves to accompany me. I'll never be lonely.
Though thou bearest the core flame, thou shalt be far from glory of divinity. Passages are forever associated with dirt, and even a mere mortal's blade can imperil thy very existence.
No matter. My hands are not made for bearing arms. But my feet are destined to embark on a journey for the benefit of all.
Yet the flame chase is a journey of constant loss, among which even life itself holds little value. Time decays the heart, the passage shatters the body, and the scales weigh the separation until the end draws near. The one who bears the 3 lives, art thou truly prepared?
Without a doubt, Titan. Let the prophecy shatter me, so that I may open a myriad of paths for this imperiled world.
Thus it shall be. Overthrow the gods, return the core flames. Inherit divine authority, forge godly miracles. Go kill, go mourn, kill my kin, mourn our fate. Bury the spirits of the gods, nourish the land with divine essence. Yet thou shalt remember, yet thou must remember. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Only one shall live till the end, and they alone will witness Aranopus. Such is destiny.
I understand, Yanis.
There we go. There she is. We actually get to see her, even though canonically we really shouldn't.
Thank you. Now, may you rest well.
Cry your heart out.
Mother, did you see that?
I think your mom already knew this was gonna happen.
I have assumed my duty and stand ready to set out. We will step over the gods' corpses and wander among humanity. And thus, we shall sweep apart Amphoreus' pitch-dark fog. May we... May the world fall follow the myriad paths trodden, and reunite at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring. Mother, I shall see you tomorrow.
Who dares lay hands on the core flame? Drop your weapon and surrender at once!
I knew this would come.
It's opening up! Move aside and get ready!
Oh boy, here we go.
The Holy Maiden?
Ace the Holy City's guards together with tribunes.
What's happening here? Lady Maiden, where's the thief who stole the core flame? Look at what she's holding, you buffoon! She is the thief! Take your positions and ready your arms! We're taking back the core flame!
Bring it on!
What?
Come forth, loyal guards. At least do it properly. Pierce me in the chest.
What are you scheming?
This is your last chance. If anyone wants to earn a promotion and rise through the ranks, I'm right here.
What's
You
your
all
game
know
here?
who I am. Go ahead. However, if there's still any loyalty within you, step aside for the Holy Maiden. Otherwise, by the decree of the Holy City's Codex, anyone who dares to harm the Holy Maiden shall face execution!
Wow, they really put that into the law?
Captain, what should we do?
Just take her alive, idiots.
Do it. Kill her!
Really? You went with that in the end?
If any of you want to get rich, then come with me. Take this traitor's head and wealth will be ours!
We can't just stand by and do nothing. Let's move, partner.
I don't think we can get involved. Or not.
How's that possible? Could the Titan actually be on her side? That woman is the traitor!
The red-haired woman is the traitor.
I should go.
Let's keep up.
The path is opening up for me. Oh, Yanis.
Oh, we actually had to stop them from getting her.
Watch out! Impossible! The gods have long been consumed by madness!
Keep up!
Done deal.
You little thief! You're not getting away!
Oh wow. I wonder what happens if they actually attack her.
Get her!
Amazing. But then again, it's me we're talking about.
Alright. Well, that was easy.
The main path is likely well guarded. What do I do?
Over there!
Just as I thought. Inside!
Alrighty.
There are guards here too. Don't alert them.
Let's go around. There's a lot of black tide in this building.
At long last.
We made it out. What is that thing?
City guards, but I'm already so close.
This should be the last fight. We have to help her get through. But I don't get it. This has been puzzling me for a while now.
How are we able to help?
Who has been aiding Trebios in her escape?
I've been curious about that too. fallen titan manifesting? Logic Amphoreus isn't adding up.
While history might be blurred by memories, seeing how the whole city is hunting her down, she clearly had no allies. If she pulled it off alone, were we too involved in this process?
Trebios had been on her own since she entered the vault. But what did we truly mean to her? You'll find that answer at the end of this memory.
Oh no.
In that case, let's
Time is
focus
gonna
on the
loop
mission
back
at
on
hand
itself,
now.
isn't it?
Let's do this, everyone!
Nothing major.
Ready to lose your
What
you can
is
fight
this
it.
enemy? I've never seen it
rock
before.
with it. Here to crash the party?
Illa's mark, huh?
Turn it up.
I keep hitting the wrong button.
Bloom.
Ready to jam.
I like that the ult summons a mem at 100.
Ready to lose your you can fight
Let's
it.
get a bunch of stacks up.
Rock with
Herta.
it. Open sesame.
Damn, that's scary.
Expand your thinking. This song's for you. Keep up.
Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
Ready to lose your you can fight it or rock with it.
Open sesame. Glimpse the unknown.
Fading light.
Repay. Eternals, the dead return!
Easy peasy.
Impressive.
Dang, it's so hard. That is so annoying too.
You
Whoa.
chose the wrong enemy. Ha!
Expand your thinking. Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
That was some really bad luck.
Finally, beyond this gate awaits a boundless world. This is where my journey begins. God of Passages, can you see me? I will complete the path that you started. No response after all. Yanis,
You have a good dream.
may you have a good dream. I can't stay here much longer. It's time to leave.
Well, looks like this is the end of the memory.
Not yet.
We still have to get to Akama.
The question that has been puzzling you. She's about to reveal the answer.
Ooh. That is such a cool watery, like a watercolor art piece. Trebios.
But nothing happened. What was making her or you hesitate at this moment? If she had known this flame chase journey would proceed as the Titan foretold, bringing about great suffering and fatalities, including her own, would she still have chosen to walk through the gate and start her journey?
I think
Oh, she's gonna respond to us.
the answer is already within you.
Whoa.
And you've made your own decision.
We have altered history yet again. Amphoreus convoluted with time travel bullshit. Hooray.
What? You can hear us?
Not really. She can neither see nor hear us. Yet she knew that one day, someone would return to unveil this dust-covered memory.
No, that's dumb. That doesn't make sense. You can't have time fold in on itself like that. It just really breaks things.
We can never know for sure who helped us back then. But that kindness was forever engraved in our hearts, motivating us to move forward. Time has modified this memory into a special letter, so that we do not forget our original intent. It's a letter written by Trebios of the past and sent to her future self. In this memory, it is Trebios of the future who overcomes all difficulties for her and sends her on a long journey toward the tomorrow where we are.
Yes, you'll remember it all. And then find your way back to the gate where everything began. Here, I will set sail toward the distant horizon. Here, you have traveled far.
Her outfit kind of reminds me of Layla's outfit a little bit from Genshin.
Such is the maxim that unveils
Layla's
Trebios'
outfit mixed with
fate.
Nilou's.
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither on the soil of foreign lands. So, if you ever feel lost, return to this place. I'll keep this memory here for you. Or for me, to embrace it again.
Worry not. Though loss is something we've grown used to, our resolve and our pledge are what Trebios will never forget. Each one of us has never failed to remember. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. The hot blood of the sacrificial lamb will not be spilled in vain, like my mother and I.
The libations poured are guaranteed to bear fruit, just as my blade-wielding right hand is not a hollow formality.
Surmount the myriad passages of Yanis, and we will once again
ride the west wind and let the wings carry us far away.
So, this is your answer?
And to think that we were originally going to show all this to Kratos.
That's right. In the name of the three fates, I stand by my answer with no regrets.
We got a whole lot of CGs in this chapter compared to 3.0.
Now, with or without the god's blessing, I run towards the world's agony. If I can truly pierce through the utter darkness,
we will meet again at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring.
Light calendar 3760. Moonlight over the Yanis office holding Maiden Trebios bore the core flame to quell the world's chaos and became the demigod of Yanis. She traversed the gate of infinity, splitting into 1,000 messengers to spread divine prophecy across the land of Amphoreus. After a century of arduous journeying, light year calendar 3870. Month of freedom. Humanity's flame chase journey officially began. I feel like it was going to show something there, and I may have accidentally skipped through it. Man, we're probably going to have to read some As I've Written at the end of this, aren't we?
Lady Trebi, do you still think that everything will be fine tomorrow?
Yeah, that's what Trianne would say as well.
With all due respect, Lady Treeby, you know perfectly well that see you tomorrow is nothing but a white lie.
That's why I usually don't end with a see you tomorrow. I say, instead of goodbye, I always say, stay safe.
I hope your toughness is not a mask hiding a lonely heart.
Cass, that's not a lie. See you tomorrow is the greatest prophecy in the world.
When you put it that way, you make it sound way more grandiose than it actually is.
Prophecy?
Listen, in every corner of this land, every heartbeat carries a prayer for that prophecy to come true. It may be that only a few heroes will bring tomorrow to the new world, but the prophecy of leading everyone to tomorrow belongs to all in Amphoreus.
Man, that's really poetic. I'm 14 and this is deep.
But not everyone has the chance to see tomorrow. How can such words be called a prophecy?
Because people believe it will come true,
That
and they are
doesn't make it a
trying hard to
prophecy, it
hold
makes it
on
a
to
wish.
that belief. Even as the world teeters on the brink of collapse, everyone is pressing forward, longing to reach farther and move toward tomorrow. And that is why a holy maiden exists to lead the world toward tomorrow, and why Yanisopolis' prophecy unfolds as passages. Fate is not about the outcome, but the journey.
That's
It's
not
the
how fate
flowers
works,
that
but
bloom
sure.
at the end of the road, but rather the paths that lead beyond the gate, where people tread toward the sea of flowers.
I'm glad that we are not here to be present for this conversation.
So, Cass, if anything is troubling you, just set it aside for tomorrow.
That is really poor advice.
There's no difference between demigods and mortals. The troubles we encounter can only be resolved by our future selves.
That's kind of true.
Reflect through the long night. Wait for the dawn as you think. Then set off at daybreak. The hesitant part of us will be left behind in the dark, while the determined side of us will know no fear. Because that's how Tribios has journeyed so far to spread the prophecy.
I said we were going to do a 2-hour stream. We're about to hit a 5-hour mark.
Beckoning the morning sun, and the tomorrow it promises to bring. We will now continue the journey and face our destiny. We will step over the gods' corpses and wander among humanity, and thus we shall sweep apart Amphoreus' pitch-dark fog. And at the end, all will reach that silver-white shoal. That end of the journey.
Beautiful.
That new world and new tomorrow. It is a haven free from storms, cold, and heavy rains. No sorrow can linger there. We've made a promise to meet again at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring. See you tomorrow, Brienne. See you tomorrow.
Alright, Anaxa, what have you been up to in the last 3 hours?
Child of humanity.
Oh, hi, Cersei.
Surely you are not waiting for the arrival of night.
Nights do not fall upon Akama.
That's why it's futile for you to wait here.
Honestly, I didn't expect the renowned Reason Titan to behave like this.
And that's all thanks to you. If your soul weren't as prickly as a hedgehog, I wouldn't have to act this way. If you were more accommodating, you wouldn't be opposing me all the time, and I could teach you more freely instead.
It was you who insisted on implanting the core flame in me. Forget it. Cut the sarcasm and just say what you need to say.
Calypso, and definitely a standout character from this batch.
Fine, fine. All I want is to remind you, there's not much left in your soul. If you don't do something soon, I will have to take over this body.
If I'm not worried, why should you be? I know what you're planning. You just want my help answering the question. What exactly are we? Correct?
It's good that you remember. Thus, equivalent exchange. It's only fair.
That's really odd. That's super vague and ominous.
Then rest easy. The answer will soon be revealed, and you'll have to return my body shortly.
Is that true?
Certainly. I initially thought this extremely frail state would hinder me from getting my body back. But I didn't expect the answer to be right within it. That saved me a lot of trouble. I don't even need the black-robed swordmaster's ceremonial blade.
Wait, you recognize what its blade is?
That's certainly worth celebrating.
Regrettably, I can't carry out the upcoming experiment alone.
The girl who's walking with death, is she fully prepared?
So this is going to be the setup for a 3.2 story then.
Be patient, Titan. If we're always so guarded, how can death reach us easily?
Unfortunately, on behalf of Okima, I must ask you to slow your pace.
I forgot about you. My apologies.
A child's words are always carefree. I'll just dismiss these words as nonsense from a cheeky child. Come now, conceited performer. It's time to address your relationship with that Titan.
What if I refuse?
Provocation will only tip Talantan's scales further toward your demise. There's no need to go to such lengths.
Can she see her or no? Because supposedly she's in his head.
Oh, monster neither human nor divine. Don't forget that you won't dare kill me. If you snuff out the core flame of reason, what else can you use to stand against the council?
Ooh. Well, I'm finally getting what I asked for. I got a scene with Aglaya and Anaxa together.
Do you two mind if I cut in?
Oh, so you can interrupt.
I warned you. Do not interrupt me.
I just have been meaning to ask. Does death really matter to you?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What I mean is, before I implanted the core flame into your heart, you were already a silent, cold corpse.
Yeah, we kind of figured. Anaxa is a Conrian. I'm calling it now. This is a Genshin tie-in. I'm back. Finally. Have a moment to catch my breath. Want to chat, Can? It's unusual to see Mem isn't with you. Let Mem rest. They've had a long, tiring past few days. No idea. I can't control Mem. They're inside the ball. It's a Pokemon reference. Since they're not here, let me ask you. Are you really sure you want to take on this trial of Orynyx, Core Flame, in behalf of the Chrysos heir? I don't see why not. Still on the fence, it was Mem's idea. We've ended up at this point, after all. It's probably the fate that the Trailblazer can't evade. You should be extra cautious and watch out for yourself. Based on experiences of those before you, there's no the trial is no walk in the park. What concerns me even more is that you further bind yourself to Amphoreus. You truly assume the Titan's divinity. Do you believe you'll be able to lay it down again? Forget it. We'll deal with that when the time comes. No matter what happens, I'll be right there with you. Thanks, bro. Aw, sweet. But where were you earlier? I got held up by two people in guard uniforms and ended up missing Trian's farewell ceremony. Oh my god, you got stuck with the Council of Elders, didn't you? They say they were messengers of the Council of Elders and wanted to verify my identity. But I suspect that we've been on their radar for a while, and they only made their move when you and I got separated. Their questions were quite specific, from how we arrived to Akama to our relationship with each Chrysos heir. They even asked about what we did in the market. Luckily, those pawns aren't the brightest. I managed to brush off most of their questions, so they'll probably leave us alone for a bit. Council of Elders. Are they the baddies? I'm not ready to label them as good or bad. Their conduct is certainly irritating. But on second thought, Glaya also initially kept her guard up with us. It's best not to provoke either side until we know the full truth. My back itches. The only thing we know for sure is that some members of the Council of Elders aren't happy with the Chrysos heirs. In the worst case scenario, we could be caught up in internal conflicts of the Holy City. That's my favorite episode. If only we had more time to sort through the clues about the Black Tide. But now, the weather is the only lovely thing left. Let's take some more pictures. Huh, what's going on? Something wrong, Don Hung? Ah. The memory card is full. I bet March and the others are pretty worried too. Yeah, I feel like we've not been addressing the snow cone in the room.
And so, this long day passed for Akama. Some people arrived, and some left forever. Just like every other day of this journey, where we, stumbling, move forward. We have long been prepared. If we are to chase the flames, then we must grow used to farewells.
And yet,
no one back then could foresee death. Its arrival would always be so sudden and so momentous.
That's not ominous at all. Anyway, Castris comes out in 3.2. I will probably have a video out about her at some point, hopefully. When I'm done writing it, maybe I'll have it out late next week. Since we decided to spend 5 hours doing this story right now, I don't need to stream the story anytime soon.
Even little Gray, coming from beyond the sky, could not escape the Reaper's two hands.
Oh, I just realized that's us dying right there.
People gained and lost in that trial of death.
Oh, that's us dying right there. I just knew that's not good.
It's far heavier than life itself.
There's like chunks of our skull missing.
Just like the destiny that the prophecy revealed for Cass. At the end of the Sea of Flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips. And after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation.
I mean, we've already embraced her once. Shit, we got the touch of death. Got a Trian doll. The Trian doll hugging her little wooden sword as if it's treasure. Don't forget our promise. If we can't see each other today, then we'll see you tomorrow. If we can't see each other tomorrow, then we'll see you the day after tomorrow. But one last thing before we go. possibly 2 last things before we go. As I've written, 3 last things. The day the lion went on campaign. None may approach that battlefield, the lone army of Kremnos, an obstacle on the flame chase journey. He ordered his troops to stand aside. That was the first meeting between the hero and prince. The 2 men fought 10 nights unceasingly till combat drew to its end. Neither was able to score a single victory and conceded not a single defeat. None know why this man's fate is always overshadowed by a single numbered decree. Just how none can ascertain how the flame-chasing heroes convinced this man. It was not mutual appreciation, nay, for his memories, 7 sentences were all his mother ever spake. Yet somehow the leader who weaves golden threads recounted 1 of the 7 with ease. There is no right or wrong in this man's heart.
The lion has its own historian, and the history of the hunt should not be held by the hunter alone.
And thus he speaks little. Others once guessed he regards the holy city as his home, for he seeks a land to belong. As the king of his people, it is the first gift to them he brings. But as per the rule with gifts, once given away, the gifter will never repossess this thing. The journey is long, yet none ever dares anger the man. Not because of his unrestrained manners, but because every meal the heroes partook were all cooked by his peerless skill. One sight serves falsehoods in the woods. He has relied on the scent since young to distinguish the guests and obtain gains. Yet there always are exceptions. The man's archenemy often puzzled why their food always was borderline nauseating. He still recalls the day he entered the holy city. One who worships strife is bound to have rumors rife.
Even insects consume each other, and he's no less than the Mad King's kin.
It matters little, for the man always considered himself an enemy to the world. He paves the road so that one day his peers would match his anger within. Yet until the prophecy turns true... Hey, that's from the trailer. Oh, I couldn't read all of that. Oh well, but it's on screen, so you probably could have read it if you had time. Alright. I guess it wants us to do Aglaya next. Curtain of swords and weave. A solo lyre's sound flows among the streets.
My lover, why does your mood change faster than the clouds above?
The audience's face is covered in sorrow.
Oh, how I wish she has clear eyes that are quick to anger and laughter, and dimples that crease in smiles and frowns.
For the maiden he longs for, has a body of alabaster and fingers carved by scalpels. In her blood runs of gold and heart woven from threads. She has neither eyes nor dimples, lacking even a face, for she is Aglaya's garment maker, merely a demigod's serf. Oof. The gilded dressmaster, the executive of romance, how resplendent would her mansion be above the radiant dawning clouds. Nervously, the visitor opens the doors, like parting curtains thereafter. The one with golden thread in her hand revealed, the standing betwixt figures of stone.
Lady Aglaya, I am Apollos' retainer, here for an outfit to take to my master.
He casts sideways glances as he bows, for the garment maker he adores is flanking her mistress, silent as a leaf accompanying a flower. Slender hands, sculpted of ivory, pull up the dress's train. As if with one breath alone, the maiden will be revived.
The creation of love and beauty indeed.
As the visitor thinks, thus his thoughts prickle the golden threads in the room.
If you wish to embrace such fantasies,
She declares thus, the other end of the golden thread.
you must beware of the scissors that can pierce through the chest.
In the ancient theater, there are thousands of plays, millions of shows, where even the god of romance was once an actor. The weaver below the stage savors the show for inspiration. The ostracized poet finally returned home. The adoring lovers, separated by misfortune, the hero betrayed, fires his deadly arrow into the traitor's heart. The thread known as romance is knit in by all beings, by all love and hatred, beauty and sin, memories and prophecies. All that occurs are clothing, indeed. Look, the despondent servant buried his love, the dressmaker plucks it up, and into the garment maker's dress she weaves. This is a long one. The elegant garment makers once had beautiful faces, some as knights with swords, some as impassive priests, and put on a pantomime after pantomime in the golden thread's light, till the stage shook the storm, and the black tide tainted the dancers' skirts. She wiped clean their visages and instilled armaments instead of silk.
Use the needle and thread as your sword.
She requests the servants who cannot answer. The garment maker's elegant skill, they turn the bloody into slaughter. I can't read it fast enough. It's just going to transfer. Alright, Tribios, part 3? Oh no, it's 3 and 4. Long separation. You shall part with your friends, with your enemies, with others, and with yourself. Tribios, you have already swallowed the fruit of fate. From now on, you shall be as a school of birds without feet, flying towards tomorrow without a second repose. The Chrysos war clamor rises and falls, and when the children reunite, only 3 of them remain.
We have heard of a Chrysos heir.
The lively child says. That person tears open a barricade of black tide, aims at the sky, wanting to contain the core flame in its sheath.
There will always be warriors like me, who believe in and are willing to protect the tomorrow they prophesize.
But crusading Chrysos' heir never returns. The greedy ones then lift the crown with sharp blades, and by power's lethality, they are one by one slain.
We remember a group of bards.
The taciturn child says. The bards compose songs for the children's prophecy, and along the corpus of the pillar of stone lay their footprints upon which the ballads are
Though
carved.
we lack the might of swords and shields, we can take you to walk every part of this world.
Till many years later, when the bards all return to their subterranean eternal rest, the children sing the long, long songs, and alone they bear the memories of humanity.
We miss us.
The exuberant child says. When they left their home, the passages blew the girl apart into countless turbulent bubbles, carried to all corners of the world on the winds of destiny.
We will run towards the world's agony.
The children cheer. As the years pass and the sun and moon rise and fall, the children often hear sounds of their friends shuddering. The children who still walk the earth silently hide their wrenching sobs. Farewell, farewell, farewell. Upon the hills of Akama once grew golden figs as far as the eye could see. The remaining children link their hands and decide to make this beautiful city the beginning of yet another journey. The children pull on the hem of the maiden's dress.
Please, listen to the prophecy we bring.
The maiden pulls on her silken threads, weaving in her heart the children's past into strings.
Chase the core flames with me. I promise that...
The libations poured guaranteed bear fruit. The hot blood sacrifice lamb will not be something, something, something. Alright. Act 4. The gentle mother silently dreams and brings to her child a scent from the west wind's shore. Then she quietly departs, and only words her child hears is prophecy of forlorn melancholy. The slumber of titans, the fragmented lullaby, the roar of the guards, all merge into the torrential black tide that carries the first demigod from past to future. And that was the beginning of this long dream. In this tiny room, she forged 20 years of her memories with time. Sometimes the child does not understand the gates of the worlds outside the window are so numerous. Yet why can we not step within? And one cannot leave the tower. What need is there to gaze into the distance via tomes? The mother smiles and does not answer, only using bedtime stories to once again gild another golden sheen of destiny to the Amphoreus of the child's dreams. Alas, the golden light of destiny cannot illuminate the shadows of power and greed. All it takes to rob a child of their only kin is the letter of the dark conspiracy. The culprit, through murder, had no flaws, but was unaware that the limb willingly stepped into the passage's dead end. Before the priest met her demise, the only thing her eyes contained was spite. Yet she leaves her final warmth and hope, embroidered in those dolls, leaving them behind for her innocent love. Loneliness shakes nightmares into the child's sleep, and the child hugs those dolls tight.
At the very least, we will never leave each other, right?
God, that's depressing. Oryx softly sighs and carefully lifts the curtain of time, presenting a crystal given in libation to the brave before the doll, holding a blade. The Titan loves this child born into sorrow, but has no power to erase the impending tragedy in the morrow. Only can they dispel the evening wind of the palace, giving the child solace and sweet dreams. Turn back, Chosen One, the Titan's fading proclamation. Cannot pull back the string of the girl's destiny.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle.
In the only city adorned with falling flowers, the children recall the prophecy beside their friend that has passed away. But the girl has already passed through thousands of crossroads and continues to sail toward tomorrow. Oh, that bright spot in the end, the west wind, where the flowers of spring bloom. We only need 2 more on a few of these now. We only need 1 more on Tribby. Alright, Mem. All these stories are really, really old, but I haven't had enough of them yet. Oh, that reminds me, I forgot to ask an important question, Can. How old are you? I am a newborn, as old as the world. I forgot, it doesn't matter. No way, how will I know what gift to get you? Can't you just make something up? I'm so happy that the moment I stepped into this world I met you, Can. This way every moment of my life has been recorded by you. Can, if you ever write a book about me, it'll be a thick one. What is there to talk about? I already know everything. My past is a crushing weight, shrouded in darkness. Hey, that kind of line won't fool me. Can, just looking into your eyes for a second is enough to tell that you are a very simple person. Well, this has been a 5.5 hour stream. I would like to thank everyone who stopped by, but I need to go to bed. It's now 4 a.m. on March 10th. I gotta wake up at 8. So, I'm gonna go to bed now. Links are in the descriptions below, or wherever they are. I assume you're smart enough to find links. I usually only plug the Twitch and I plug the Discord, because the Discord tells you when I'm going to be on Twitch. And that's about it. Thank you, everybody. I really enjoyed this. It was emotional. A little bit predictable at times. But there were some genuine twists in there that even I didn't see coming. Like Kratos' heel turn. Or I guess, what's the opposite of a heel turn? About face? Leaf turn? Redemption? Was unexpected. I look forward to seeing what's going on in the AWU Firm event whenever we resume that. But next stream will probably be Lost Branch of Legend, and it'll probably be out by the time this gets uploaded to YouTube, because of the length of this. This is going to get chopped up into 2.5 hour videos. There's a plug at the start of one and a plug at the end of this one. I'll find a convenient place to chop them in half. But until then, stay safe, everyone. See you tomorrow.